Welcome back, guys. So the first webmaster tools we want to talk about, what are webmaster tools? So we have different search engines, and this one is Google Search Console, and we have Microsoft Bing. We've talked about the search engines. We have Google, we have Bing, we have Yandex, we have Pinterest, we have Index now. So right now I want to set up the Google Search Console, which is set up already with the automated version of these tools. That's what this retry means. So when you check the Google Search Console, so Google Search Console is just one of those tools you could access directly. You don't have to come here, but this has done it automatically. So if you are looking for Google Search Console, all you have to do is to search for Google Search Console and you'll see it right here. So you can actually use it directly without having to come use it on WordPress. But because we are working on a WordPress website, that's why we are using it from AIO SEO. If you built a custom website and you needed to optimize it for search engine, you need to use Google Search Console directly, and that's what I'm showing you right now. So you come to the official Google Search Console website, which is search.google.com, and you're going to start now. So having to start now is going to take you to this part where you're going to add your domain name. It says welcome to Google Search Console. To start, select property type, and you're going to select property type. You're going to do all those things. So how do you select property type? You have to come here to input your domain directly. So you can input your domain directly. You can say www.billardcreative.com. Yes, very necessary. So it's going to be www.billardcreative.com. So we're going to input that. Yes, so we have .com. Yes, and I'm going to continue right now. So you can enter this and you see, or you add your URL previous. So we're going to allows multiple verification methods. So you can actually give it a direct, like your full URL, like something like this. So let's say Billard Creative Studio. So it's going to be billardcreative.com. All I have to do is to copy from here. This will have the full protocol. So I can copy it from here and come back here to add this instead. So instead of this, I could just add this instead. So let's go with this. So I will say continue, and it's checking for verification. So we're going to wait for this to be verified, and let's see what we have. So it says recommended verification method. So you could download file, upload to billardcreative.com to stay verified. Don't remove the file even after verification succeeds. So that is one. Then other verification methods, we have Google Analytics, and we have domain name provider. So let's see, it says select record type, which is TST recommended. Sign it to your domain name provider. Yes, be it GoDaddy or Namecheap, and you copy the test record below into the DNS configuration. Yes, and you press verify. So let's go to where we got our domain name. I got my domain name on Hostinger. So here is Hostinger right here, and what I want to do is to come to my domains and I'll check my domain portfolio, and here my domain portfolio. So just go to wherever you got your domain name from, be it Namecheap, be it GoDaddy, anywhere you get it from, just go there and try to use this to edit the DNS zone. So I'm going to try to edit the DNS zone right now, and it brings me to my DNS record, and this is where you're going to add the verification. So it says select record type as txt. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to select my record type as txt. Yes, that's txt for you. And after selecting this txt, so I'm going to sign in to my domain name provider, which I've done. Then I'm going to copy the test record below into the DNS configuration for billardcreative.com. So I'm going to copy this into the DNS configuration. So let me come back here. So I'm going to copy this as the test value. So that will be the test value, and I'm going to say verify. Yes, so let's do that right now. So let's verify this. So you could learn more about doing this. So you could just go to your learn more and see what to learn to do this. So you see how to verify your site ownership, and you have all these details on how to go about it. So like I chose mine already. So you could come to the table. From here we have more complex, but it is the only way to verify domain name property. If your domain name provider is listed, yes. So we're going to have this. So let's see how this goes for us. So you could see a video on how to go about this already, and you see everything. So you see we are going to do this. So we chose this. If search console shows your domain name providers in a list, choose your provider and start verification. So let's go back here. So we just inputted the text value, and let me try to add the record. Just leave the ads for now. So let's try to add the record, and I just added the record into my domain name record, which is DNS record. So let's go back here and let's say verify. After I've copied this, so I'm going to just verify right now. So let's see how long the verification will take. So that's how to use Google Search Console. As you could see, ownership verified. So you could see right here, it says to stay verified, don't remove the DNS record. Yes, to avoid losing verification, you may want to add multiple verification methods from settings, ownership verification. So we are done with that. So let's go to our property. So it takes us to Google Search Console directly, where we will be able to see how our website is performing on Google. So this is Google Search Console, and it helps you optimize your website for search engine. So if you're using like a custom website, these are to go about like optimizing your website for Google. So you're going to use Google Search Console is one of those two. So right here we have performance and everything. So what we want to do now is to check the performance of our website on Google search engine. So I'm going to copy this link. And I'm going to come to my Google Search Console. I'm going to paste it right here. So let's see what we have. So I'm going to paste it right here, and I'm going to enter that. So it's going to try to retrieve data from Google Index, and let's see the performance. So as you could see, the URL is on Google, so it can appear in Google search results if not subject to manual action or removal request. So you could see your crop page. So you could see the cropped page. So let me look for it, and you could see it right here. So it has the HTML for the crowd page, which is the Billard Creative Studio, and you could see your screenshots. So let's test live URL to see our screenshots from there. So we are testing the live URL, so we could see what is going on this website. So here is the current screenshot of the website, and you could see it from here. So it says this is the screenshot of the website, which is looking okay. Then you could see more info, and you have every other thing. So page resources 6 over 45 couldn't be loaded. JavaScript console message. So we have the live test and we have the Google Index, but the live test goes on right here, and it says the page is available. Then the breadcrumbs one is detected. So that's one of the things. So we have this and we have the overview. So we know that for sure Billard Creative is on Google already, and we could start optimizing each pages. Yes, you can do that as well. So you could see your URL inspection. So coming back here, let's inspect a new URL. So we're going to go to our pages one by one. So we have the home page. Let's go to the about us page. So let's see what we have in the about us page. So we're going to copy the link of the about us page from here. So let's copy the link of the about us page from here, and coming back to Google Search Console, I'm going to paste that right away. So let me paste this right now. So I'm going to paste it right here. I'm going to paste the link, and I'm going to search for billardcreative.com, the about us. So this is not on Google, as you can see. So what I'm going to do now to make sure this goes to Google is to request indexing. It's as easy as that. So I'm going to say request indexing, and that's how we're going to request for each pages that we want to appear. Every of the page that we want it to appear on Google search index or search results page, we're going to just input them. So we're going to bring them out. So these would go in, so everything should be on Google by now. So the courses, the store, and the blog. Yes, very important. So we are in the about us right now. So let's do that, and it's testing the live URL. So we are requesting for index right now for the about us page. Then we're still going to go ahead to ask for index for every other pages. So we have this, and it has submitted our request to be indexed. So yes, we have that. So we've indexed the about us page. We're going to see the results later on. So right now we have that, and we've requested the index to be indexed on Google. So the next page we're going to talk about is the services page. So I'm going to copy this. I'm in the service page right now. So I'm going to copy it up here. Then I'm going to come right here to inspect my URL. So I'm going to paste it. I'm going to right click my mouse, then I'm going to paste it, then I'm going to click my enter button to retrieve data from Google Index. And let's see, this is now on Google as well, so I'm going to request index for that as well. So we've done the one for services. We're going to go ahead to do the one for career. So we're going to copy this. I'm going to copy the URL to the career page, then I'm going to come here to inspect it as well. So after inspecting, as long as it's not available or it's not on Google yet, what we're going to do is to request for index, and it's going to be indexed. So yes, we just request for index for the second page, which is the services page. I'm going to paste this Ctrl V to request for index for the career page as well. So I'm going to inspect this URL as well, and let's see if it's available on Google. This is not available on Google as well, so all I have to do is to request for index. So having to request for index for this, I'm going to close it. Then the next page is the course page, so I'm going to copy the link up here which says pillarcreative.com/courses. So we're going to copy that, and we're going to make sure that is indexed as well. So I'm going to come right here. So index has been requested for these as well. So I'm going to inspect this URL for courses. I'm going to inspect it to know if it is available on Google. So let's inspect that as well. So I've started inspecting this, so I'll close it right now. And this is the one for the store. So let me inspect this. This is now on Google as well, so I'm going to request index. So it's going to index it right now on Google. So the store, the Billard Creative Store, I'm going to try to index that as well. So let me copy that, let me try to index it as well, and having to index it, we'll be able to close for the store as well. So let's make sure this has been indexed. So the one for courses has been indexed. So let's copy the one, let's paste the one for store. I'm going to paste it right here, then I'm going to try to inspect it. So this URL is not my property, yes. So the store.com is not my property, and the blog.com too is not my property. Why is it saying that? Because I created these ones differently. So if I'm to make this available on Search Console, I need to come accept, I need to make it my property and all that, so we can have it. So if you want to make it your property, all you have to do is to add another property. So you can actually add more than one website as your property. So what I want to do now is to come to this. Let me copy this. Let me copy store.creative.com, and let me use this to add it to my property. So I could just come here and paste it right now, and let's see how to go about. Okay, so let me come right here to paste this right here, and let's see what it's going to do for us. So I'm trying to verify this property, and it's going to verify it, and yes, we have this verified. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to input the I'm going to input the URL right now to inspect it. So let me input it, and let me inspect it right now. So having to inspect it, you can see it's not on Google. All I have to do is to request indexing. And the reason why we're having it differently, like I mentioned, I created the subdomain. It's a subdomain, so it's not directly linked to gladcreative.com. So I'm just going to inspect this right now as well. So let's inspect it and see what it brings. So it says indexing request rejected. During live testing, indexing issues were detected with the URL. So let's view the live test, and let's see. URL is not available to Google. This page cannot be indexed. Pages that aren't indexed can be served on Google. See the details below to learn why it can't be indexed. So here we have page availability. So page cannot be indexed, URL will be indexed only if certain conditions are met. So these are the conditions, and it says the yes successful. Let's see what only determined after indexing. So let's see. So it says certain conditions. So let's check for the certain conditions. What are the certain conditions? So right now we have all these. So you're going to read all this. That's what it literally means. So it says this cannot be indexed, and let's see why it cannot be indexed. If the URL redirects to another URL is on Google, doesn't actually guarantee that your page will appear in search results. This is not a live test, so we can just see how this goes. So this is the URL inspection 2. So let's see that again. Let's try to do that again. So I'm going to come right here, I'm going to paste that, and let's see how we can have this. So let's retrieve data from Google Index, and let's see, it says now on Google. So let's try to request indexing. and let's say maybe it will be rejected again. Now if it's rejected, you just leave it and we'll go to the next subdomain. These are just subdomains, and I think one of the reasons it could not be indexed is one of the reasons it could not be indexed. So let's see, we are trying to test it again and see if we'll be able to index it at last. So that's the one for the large creative store. So I'm going to close that. Then this for the blog. So I'm going to copy this for the blog and I'm going to come right here. It rejected this, so I'm going to add a new property. Let me add a new property, which should be for the blog. So I'm going to add this subdomain. This is subdomain for the blog. Then I'm going to continue. So let's see if it verifies the ownership. Yes, it's auto verified the ownership. So that I have to do is to go to property and let me just inspect the URL. I know, let's see if it's available on Google. So I'm going to inspect this URL. As you could see, this is available on Google, and let's leave it as that since it's available on Google. So this is how to inspect your URL and everything. So in the search console, we have other things. We've talked about overview, where you see the performance of your domain name. You get to see the performance right here, still processing this, and you get to see your you get to see your performance in 3 months, 28 days, 7 days, 24 hours. You get to inspect your URL, which is what we've been doing right here. You can inspect your URL and indexing pages. So you come to your pages and why pages are not indexed. So you would have seen the pages that are indexed right here, but we don't have any right now, so it's still processing the data. It takes a while to make sure everything is indexed. Then we have sitemaps, so you could actually add a new sitemap. We need a sitemap to submit right here, so you could submit your sitemap right now. Here you would see that you can actually enter your sitemap URL, and with the AIO SEO you have an automated sitemap. Then we have the removers right here. So we have the removers. You could remove something you don't want. Yes, you could have a submitted request. You could just create a new request and remove a URL from Google search index. And we have every other thing right here. So leave every other thing. You have links and every of these data are being processed. So that's Google Search Console for now. In the next lesson, we're going to go to the next webmaster tool and see how we can go about using it. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.